scaling your real estate business from $100,000 to $3 million. Why not $0 to $100,000? It's pretty straightforward actually, because from $0 to $100,000, you have a hustle. There's nothing wrong with having a hustle, but you don't have a full-on business that's actually scalable and repeatable. You have, if you're doing flips, let's break this down, right? If you're doing wholesales, how many wholesales do you need for $100,000? We'll talk gross profit, not net profit, because if basically at 100 grand, you're not dealing with the same cost per lead and cost per deal and cost per acquisition as you are at even really over 100 grand. So technically, you could probably get by on a really low cost per acquisition, up to about 100,000, maybe even up to, maybe this even takes us to 200, maybe. In most kind of traditionally priced marketplaces, an average wholesale fee is about $15,000 to $17,000, more or less. Now, do you get big ones? Yeah, you can get huge ones. Do you get little bitty ones? I think my smallest wholesale fee ever was $1,800. Is that worth it? Well, it's not worth it from a KPI perspective if you're talking about what's my average, right? But it is worth it from a business operations perspective if you're talking about recouping some marketing cost. So let's do this. $100,000, big ass calculator, right? Divided by, let's call it 17,000. You're doing wholesale, you're doing 5.88. So let's round that up to 6 deals. So the issues that you bump into when you're doing 6 deals, they're way different than the issues you bump into when you're doing whatever that number is. That's a lot bigger number. Wholesale. Now, what happens if you're flipping? All right, well, if you're flipping, your profit is hopefully, if you're doing it right, so this is at 17K. If you're flipping, your profit is, if you're doing it right, hopefully, in DFW, I don't know, you're doing 35 to 40K. Now that's with some caveats. Hopefully you're probably not buying from wholesalers, at least not in the lower price points. And you're hopefully not paying a lot of transactional costs on the back end at this. So maybe you're listing yourself, or you're having, like even now, we do the deals that we're doing now. My wife lists the deals. So we're not technically paying a listing agent, but I mean, she gets all the money, right? That's what being married is about. She gets all the money. I get I don't know what I get. What do I get? So you're saving some costs there, but you're still in the grind. So what is this then? 35, let's do 35K. You're doing 2.5 deals. Yeah, 2.5 deals to get to $100,000. 60, 70, yeah, that's exactly like 2.5 deals. Actually 2.48 deals or something like that. What's the math on that, 2.48?
What was the?
35K, 100 grand divided by 35. So you don't actually need to know math to do this business, but you ought to have an idea.
2.85, 28.57.
Yeah, I went the wrong way, my bad. So 2.8, whatever. So you're doing 3 deals a year, and you can hustle and do, all right, I asked just a second ago, what do I get out of the thing? Since my wife gets all the money, and Country Club Baby 1 and 2, they got needs. You know, they have a lot of needs. So they get all the money, I get all the love and stability most of the time. For my wife, that's what my wife says. So that's what I get. So that's why I'm not going to talk about how to do this today, because that's not clickbaity enough. That's why I'm not going to talk about it. I mean, would you rather make 100 grand or would you rather make 3 million? 100 grand, 3 million. What does it say? You got the same number of hours in a day as everyone else does. So how do you want to split them up? Are you going to split up your hours making $100,000? Or are you going to split up your hours making $3 million? Well, you probably got to, it's kind of a process. You got to iterate it and get there.